We're going to do a philosophy from the couch.
Okay, from the
Because-
deck.
From the deck.
Yeah,
Because we can't go canoeing.
because the couch is inside.
And,
Although this is a couch.
well, we can't go canoeing because the weather's been constantly raining
No, we can't go.
and so on. And so,
But we can still
But it's-
philosophize.
but it's still nice here on the
Right.
deck, right?
Yeah, it's
It
nice.
is.
You can hear the birds
Yeah.
and feel the breeze
Yes, you can.
and see the trees.
So,
You can see all the cottonwood fluff floating around in the air like snow, sort of.
so,
Except it's 80 degrees.
yeah,
No snow.
it is 80 degrees.
Someone was saying on Facebook the other day that it was snowing in Idaho.
Oh my Lord.
Yeah.
So once we put this video up, are
In
you going to
June.
start getting messages, like hi and how are you?
Oh,
Is that-
probably.
Weren't we just discussing about small talk and
Well,
how useless that is?
well, being an introvert, small talk is hard for me anyway. I mean,
Yeah.
being one-on-one, this feels like one-on-one, even though I know when we post it up, it's really not one-on-one. I get that. But like in a group of people or standing around at a cocktail party with like 4 or 5 people, the small talk, I'm not good at it. I don't get it. And so when somebody sends me a message, especially if it's a filtered message on Facebook or if through Messenger, a filtered message, and they're just like, hi, it's just kind of like, number one, I always feel like I should respond, and that's just, being a child that was brought up in the 60s and being a girl,
Yeah. Well,
that's what you're taught to do. You're taught to, if somebody speaks to you, you acknowledge them and you speak back.
But don't these people have anything else to do with their day than send you a message just because they see you're online, that little green dot's on there, and, hey, where
Well,
are you?
well,
Where are you? Why aren't you answering me? What? Hey, what's
Well,
going on?
Well, number one, the little green dot, for all of those who don't understand this, the little green dot on Messenger does not mean that I am on Messenger all day long. All that means is that I'm online. When I'm at home, my phone is online all the time. Okay? Number
So
two,
you're not waiting for them. You're not waiting with bated breath for
No.
the next hi. How are you?
no,
You're not waiting for that.
No, well, and number two, I work online. So, as you know, I work
Yeah,
for you.
That's right. That's
And so I work online, I work on the computer, I work from home, and yes, I'm home, but I am online. So the green dot, the infamous green dot, the green dot is going to show
Yeah.
up, but I could be playing a game. I could be working, I could be shopping, I could be doing any one of a number of things online. That does not mean I am waiting for you to say, hi, I think you're cute. Do you like younger men? Are you married? Do you date? I mean, even in the game, I get all of this business. So
Well, just tell them you're married to an attorney that does cyber law.
that's what I tell them now.
And that'll close the
But it's
conversation.
almost like I just want to write something and keep it in my notes and just paste it for when somebody says hi. When I say, hi, it's nice to meet you. I live in Loveland, I live in Loveland, Ohio. I work for my husband who's an attorney. I have 2 children, 2 grown children, 2 grown stepchildren, and 2 grandsons. And I don't do small talk. So can we play the game? If you want to talk to me, if you're looking for a date, if you're looking, some guy told me that he was looking to find a relationship on Words with Friends. It's not Words with Friends with benefits. It's Words with Friends.
Right.
It's not Words with Friends with no boundaries.
Friends with, I
No.
like that. Words with friends with benefits. That's a new that's a new concept.
Well, that would be something different and not something that I would be interested in.
No.
Remember that time that guy asked us if we were friends with benefits? And we're
Yeah.
like, well, yeah, we are, but we're also married and we're also, monogamous. And
But that comes with certain benefits. That's true.
yeah, well, we are friends, aren't we?
Yes. the best of friends.
I mean, we are. We're very good friends. And there are benefits to that.
Yes, there are.
So since we started out as friends with benefits, and then we thought, hey, we should get married. This is
Well-
pretty great, right?
Well, I'm hoping we're going to see some benefits fairly shortly here, as a matter of fact. but,
Careful, careful. This is a PG rated YouTube channel, as you recall. So,
Oh,
you know.
you're right. Okay, we'll keep it back on the subject. So anyway,
Which is the subject of
meaningless hellos.
meaningless. For example, someone says hi to you. Where are you from? Okay, I live in Loveland, Ohio. Where are you from? Oh, I live in something, India. Okay, great. You know, probably we're never going to get to meet each other. So what is the point of just going around and around in this? I have a real life. So
Yes,
this
you
is
do.
like a
You
news
do.
flash, okay? News flash. I have a real life. I have a real family. I have a real marriage. I have real friends. I have real things that I do all day long. Do you know how many people that send me messages ask me about my hobbies? I mean, some ask me what my job is. That's occasional, but how many do you think ask about their hobbies? No, they don't ask about your hobbies because they don't care.
They don't care
because
what
they
your
see
hobby
a
is.
picture of you, or they see your profile photo, or they see something online, and then they're like, "Oh, I like the way she looks, so I'm just gonna chat her up." I have a real life. I have real people that I interact with, that I enjoy the interaction every day. I'm not saying don't send me a message, but I'm just saying if I'm not on there every second responding to you, please don't send me a message that says, "Do you not like me? Why are you not answering me?" Because what's going to happen then is I'm going to block you. Then you won't have to worry about
Right.
sending me a message. But I want to tell all of our YouTube subscribers, please feel free to comment, and please understand that we read all those comments and we will respond to those comments. That's a different thing than just somebody sending me a message and chatting me
Yeah,
up.
no, that is.
I mean, the
different.
whole point of having a YouTube channel is just so that we can kind of talk to
Right.
people. But I guess the moral of the story is don't be a dick. And if you're not sure if you're being a dick, it doesn't just apply to guys. I shouldn't
Yeah.
say that, because it does apply to women too. Because, for example, today I've got probably about 18 or 20 messages from a woman that friended me yesterday. And she's just like, "Oh, well, I have a lot of problem with people that appear to be online, but then they're really not. It seems like people don't pick up their messages." And I'm just like, that doesn't mean somebody's like waiting for you
No.
to answer you. I
They're
mean,
not. But may I say, sweetheart, that I do like your new haircut.
oh,
I
thank
like
you.
your new hairstyle.
Why are
I
you
do like
changing
that
the subject?
because
It's really not new. It's the same as it's
Well,
always has been. Really, it
Oh,
is. It's
well,
just shorter.
It's just highlighted.
And today
you
it's
know,
today it's kind of curly because it's very humid outside, so it's doing all kinds of cute little flippy things. I know it's
But
like
it's cute. I
yeah,
like
this
it.
has got some kind of flippy stuff going on, but
Well,
we got rid of the Carol Brady in the back because that's the I
yeah,
don't
let
do
me
that
see.
well.
Let me see that
Yeah,
in the
see?
back. Let's see.
See?
Oh, okay.
See, can you see?
Ah, yes, I can.
Okay.
Very good. So,
Ooh, it's had a little.
well,
It's like burping.
well,
That's really
I think-
classy. Hey, let's have a YouTube channel. Let's burp so all of our subscribers can see it. Sorry, excuse me. I apologize to all of our fans
well,
of the philosophy.
well, at least you got the rant over, and maybe next time they hear from us,
Well, I
they'll
had
actually be on the water.
Yeah, well, I had another rant yesterday, so that was my rant against the people that were in our favorite dancing spot last night.
Oh, yeah, right.
You know, it's one thing to be kind and to be tolerant, and I always try to be kind and tolerant, but there's my patience, I think, has increased as I've gotten older. But one thing I don't have patience for is just people acting obnoxiously out in public.
No.
So,
There's
you
no
know,
place for that.
like we'll see a couple at the bar there that are just like climbing down each other's throats, and it's like that's not nice for other people to see, whether you're in your teens or whether you're in your 80s. No one wants to see that. I understand you care, you like each other, and you're having a good time. Go somewhere private and do that. No, nobody. I mean, and maybe that's old-fashioned of me. I'm really not.
No, I don't
I mean,
think so.
yeah, I'm here talking on a video in a bathing suit, but
Well,
but
that's the theme, honey. You know, that's the theme.
right,
You know.
right. That is
Frames,
the
bronze, and bikinis.
that is the theme. But that's not that. I just PDA. I'm not a fan. I mean, it's
No, I get
okay. Not like that. Not
No.
when it starts getting. Not when you start breathing hard and tongues become involved. Then no.
It's time to get a room.
Yes, exactly. But the people that were on the dance floor last night, I guess, there was a group of about 8 people. One of the guys, it was his birthday. They were very incredibly drunk. Either that or they were just acting like it, because I know the place where we go, they would not overserve them.
No,
But, you
no.
know, some people just get, you know, they get a babysitter and then they get crazy. I don't know.
They were
but-
getting crazy, all right.
You know, so there's a nice band there that's playing good danceable music. The people in the band are quite talented. So what are these people doing? Singing badly
A real bad.
at the top of their lungs, like they're outside in a soccer arena or something like that.
No, it was totally out of place.
Screeching at each other,
You were not happy.
wooing like 50 times per song. Woo! Woo! It's like, no. And brandishing their drinks out on the dance floor. When you're out on the dance floor and it's summertime and people have sandals on, do not bring your glass out on the floor. And that's something that really, the place where we go, they should keep a better track of that, because it is a health code violation, because it's dangerous. Not
Yeah.
only if you spill something and somebody slips and hurts themselves, but also if you drop something, which we've seen it happen. Haven't
Yeah,
we
oh,
seen
yes,
people
we
drop
have.
glasses
Oh,
on the
yes,
dance
we
floor?
have.
And then somebody gets cut, you know,
then,
and
then
that's
you got a problem.
right. Then you have a problem. Well,
You got
then
a
you
big
have a
problem.
lawsuit, especially if you have a good attorney, right,
Yeah,
honey?
a lawsuit. That's what I like to hear
See,
about.
exactly.
So I
have
also-
a
I always-
personal injury here.
I always bring a card.
Scott,
I always bring a
Scott
card.
Schweiger, Esquire.
Wherever we go, I bring a card.
I know you do. I know you do.
You never know when you're gonna need it.
But you know, have some class. This is a nice place that we go to. And one of the reasons that we go there is because they have good music. We like to dance. It's mostly people that are not in their 20s, because they have their clubs and their music and their kinds of things that they do. And these people weren't in their 20s. I mean, they were at least in their 40s for sure. But just have a little, you know, have a little class. Think about the other people. When the 8 of you are out on the dance floor and people start just going off of the dance floor and actually leaving the venue while the 8 of you are out there, you should kind of get a hint that you're being pretty obnoxious
Well,
and
see,
you're
honey,
just
they-
making
they-
people leave.
They didn't realize, you know, they're 40 something, and see, they thought you were 40 something too.
Oh, but yeah,
For good
but
reason.
yeah, but that does. Why?
For good reason.
Why are you? Why are you doing that? That has nothing to do with it. That has nothing to do with it. They were all wrapped up in themselves.
You're right.
No one
No,
was.
I'm not making excuses
No one
for
was
that.
looking at me and trying to figure out how old I was and thinking, oh well, she should join in too. I mean, it's not like I said anything to them
No, they
because
were
I
drunk.
wouldn't.
They didn't care.
No. Well, that's the thing. Let me tell you, when you're drunk, you do not look as good as you think you look dancing, and you do not sing as well as you think you're singing when you're drunk. Just keep
It's
those
bad.
2 things in mind. You are not as sexy as you think you are when you are drunk. Just remember that. That's just one of my things I try to keep in mind.
Well, you never get drunk, honey, so it's not a problem.
Well, that's true, but I have had my moments in the past.
Yeah, but not many.
Well,
Not many.
not many that you know about.
Oh,
We didn't
really?
we didn't meet
Oh.
each other until I was in my 50s. So I mean,
Well, yeah, it was pretty good. As
I
far as
had-
I was concerned.
I had all the requisite experiences as
Oh, you did.
a
Yeah.
young underage drinker. Don't worry.
Oh, I thought you meant you
I'm
had the
not proud
requisite
of it.
experience to date me.
Oh. Oh, were there requisites?
Oh, there
Do
certainly
tell.
were. You just weren't aware of it. You just weren't aware of it.
Well, why don't you tell me about some of these requisites? Or should we just close off the video and then
Yeah.
I'll video you and you can tell me about the prerequisites, the dating prerequisites that you had?
Well, I can tell you right now that one of the prerequisites was that I had to want to see you naked. If I didn't want to see you naked, we weren't going out.
Not even for one time or just not for a second time?
Not for a second time.
Okay,
You're right.
all right.
Because
Because you would have met anybody for a coffee for the
yeah,
first time.
For a first time, but after that, no.
Yeah, but how could you tell? What if somebody had really loose clothing on? You couldn't tell. You couldn't tell.
You can get a pretty good idea.
I mean, it was winter time. When you first saw me, I had a sweater on and a coat.
That's okay. I went through your Facebook profile and I found the right pictures.
Oh, really? Because before I met you, there were no bathing suit pictures on my Facebook.
There was one green sweater picture that was particularly interesting to me.
Oh,
While you were out in Colorado, it was rather cold, I would say, that day. And it told me everything I needed to know. I was well informed at that point.
yeah, but you couldn't see anything about the rest of me.
Oh, I was.
All you knew was that I had, sensitive body parts.
Yeah. Well, I was willing to take a gamble. I was willing to roll dice.
I don't know. I don't note in my experience of you that you're the gambling type.
Oh, I'm not. I usually place my bets carefully, and I did.
Okay, so
And I
let's
did.
let's talk about some more prerequisites here.
Well,
This is an interesting
you,
topic.
Well, you had to have a giving attitude, and you certainly did, because you were the only girl that I ever dated on Match that offered to bring anything to lunch.
Ah. Well,
And you did.
honestly, I mean, I did.
I made the food, but no one ever said, "Well, what can I bring?" Oh no, they never asked.
Well,
You did.
and that was partly because I liked you already, and I was interested, but that was just partly. That was politeness. To me, if somebody offers to invite you over or to bring food to something, to me, automatically, that's the first thing you say. What can I bring?
Well,
How can I contribute?
you'd
So
be
that was
surprised
just
how many-
automatic.
How many people are not well schooled?
Well,
They
that
do
was
not. They don't do it.
well, being a
You
teacher,
stood out.
schooling is something I know about.
You did.
That's for true. So prerequisites were
Giving
the
attitude.
wanting to see me or whoever naked.
A giving
Number
attitude.
2, a giving attitude. Okay.
Somebody who was flexible, so you were willing to meet me for lunch at the aquarium. You didn't have to go to dinner. You were willing to go do whatever it was that
Well, no. Why?
seemed okay to you. And
Well, why should I? And I think that's part of that is as a function of being rather old-fashioned because, being in my 50s when I was younger and dating people, guys did the asking and
Right.
guys did and guys did the planning. However, I did offer a couple of times to pay
yeah, but
if you recall.
But no, when the answer was always, well, when you ask me out, then you can pay. Right now, I'm asking you out, so I'm paying.
Right.
That's
And
how
then
it
I
should
did
be.
ask you out that one time because I bought those tickets to that musical
That's right. You did, and you paid for that.
and kind of surprised you with that
You
because
did.
I didn't think that I think that you thought you wouldn't like that, but it was not that bad.
Oh, I
it was
liked
pretty,
it.
It was pretty good.
It was really quite good.
That was pretty good. That was Beehive we went to see.
It was great. Well, sweetheart, I think you've done a great job.
So
here.
these are just the 3
And,
prerequisites, or were there more?
Oh, you want more, do you?
Well, you know, I'm kind of greedy and high maintenance like that, honey. Right? I always want more.
Well, how about somebody with half a brain, and you certainly filled the bill when it came to that. You were quite smart. So
Oh,
that
thank
was,
you.
That was very important.
Well, but how could you tell that?
By your profile, because I read it closely and
Well,
intensely.
And that's how I knew that you were also smart and
So
very literate
I knew you knew how
and
to
could
spell.
spell. Yes.
I knew you knew how to put together a sentence.
Yes.
So those things were good. Plus, I got the feeling that you were the type of woman who enjoys being a woman. You weren't.
I love to be a girl.
You weren't a feminazi, and so that was also a prerequisite.
No, there's a difference between being feminist and being a feminazi. The feminazi kind has quite the negative connotation.
True,
We won't go into that today.
Well, you're
but
right.
I'm not a virulent person in any respect in my beliefs or in my trying to convince other people of my beliefs.
Well, when I said my profile, that I was happy to be a man and happy with my masculinity, and I wanted someone who was a woman who was comfortable in her own femininity, and I felt like you filled that bill.
Oh, I like to be a girl. Definitely.
Yeah, I think
Definitely.
See, and it works out because I like to be a man.
Yeah.
So,
But that is not to say, I mean, I do have empathy for people who feel I do have empathy for people who know that they're in the wrong skin.
no, that's.
I mean,
different matter.
I
That's-
do
that's
understand
entirely
that.
different. No.
I understand that, and I can empathize with that. But I have to say that I don't get it because I've always liked to be a girl.
No, we're not passing
So-
judgment on those people.
Oh, absolutely not. No.
We're not.
Well, that's not our job.
No, it's not.
It's not our job, and that's why I felt bad about saying what I said about the people that were on the dance floor. But it was so loud, and it was so.
No, that was inexcusable.
It was very, very obnoxious
They
and
were
very
acting
annoying.
like cretins.
Yes, cretins. That's a good word.
I bet you would like that.
Yeah. You got a lot. You got some vocabulary over there, Schweiger. I'm kind of liking that.
So you like that sapiosexual thing?
Yeah.
Is that what we're talking about?
You just wanted to say sexual. That's you just wanted to get that in there somewhere.
Oh no, not me.
Let's see, that's what's different about now and like our first date. Because see, the first date you don't talk about sex. I mean, for a
No.
long time you don't talk about
you
it,
don't.
and you don't do it either. But
But-
I mean, that's according to Doc. But
Yeah.
that's topic for another day.
It is. But I think we're at 23 minutes.
Oh, okay. Well, maybe
So-
our next video could be something about who is this Doc you speak of.
Oh, we should do one on that.
Yeah.
That's coming up.
Then we could send it to Doc.
Yeah, that is a good idea.
He would probably like that.
All right. Well, why don't you sign off, and I will close this one out. Bye-bye.
I'm signing.